Hello everyone. Now I just want to share one of my creations. This one is for me growing mushrooms, specifically oyster mushrooms. Here, let me show you. Now this is the whole build. This is basically just a box that contains the oyster mushroom. I thought it would be perfect to record this because I'm about to harvest that whole budding of over here of mushrooms because I'm about to eat it. Now let's just have a quick explanation on how this works. But before I explain how this works, let me explain why did I come up with this. At first I started to try to grow mushrooms on this box and like other buckets, but they failed miserably. One, because here where I live it's a little bit too dry, and if you don't know how to grow mushrooms, basically they need a lot of moisture to grow. And secondly, it's because even if there is moisture, I can't contain it and trap it. So that's what happened. I also tried to grow it in a monotub where it's in an enclosed space, but there wasn't enough air in it, so the mushrooms actually started growing weirdly. That's how mushrooms grow. Now let me try to explain this. Here we have a box that contains the whole air and moisture, what do you call this, setting. Here I have a Arduino UNO controlling a fan for PCs and a mister. Here's a mister, as you can see it's working. I have tested it multiple times. I've been running it and testing it. I found out that the best best setting is for this to run on 20 seconds and this to run for a minute in a 5-minute cycle. So every 5 minutes the fan opens first for 20 seconds and turns off, and then this mister opens for a minute. Now the fan is actually blowing in this direction upwards so that it can suck the thing that the carbon monoxide that the mushroom is producing. Why? Because mushrooms actually produces a bunch of carbon monoxide, and if there's too much in one space, they grow very longly and it doesn't taste as good as with like this. It's opened. So I have here basically a medical grade filter on both sides to let the air in, so when this opens it sucks the air in and then the air comes over here and gets filtered. I tried to use micropore tape before, but it didn't have enough air, so the mushroom just kept growing like a big long stem. But this time I've actually, I think, perfected it, because as you can see it's very open now. Now I won't mess around with the settings anymore because I've messed with it like 11 times already. Now the mister takes water from this like cup where I just refill like every day, and then it just mists it over here. Now these are mushroom fruiting bags that I bought. Next time I'm going to make my own fruiting bag. I already had mushroom, mushroom spawns, green spawns, that I'm going to create using that. I'm going to place in mushroom bags to have my own mushroom bags. Now I bought these ones. Those ones were very cheap, like 300 for 10, and I think I got scammed because this is, already looks exhausted and it's pretty dead. Now the ones in the bottom ones, as you can see from there, it's started to grow nicely. Now this the four older ones that I bought in a separate store are actually very good condition. Those 4 already started growing a bunch, so I'm pretty sure they're almost dead right now. Now this one is the last one that hasn't grown that much. Now I think it's going to grow a lot more. Now this is powered entirely from the plug that I used, which is over here inside. Let's get inside here. As you can see, this is a 12 volts adapter, plug that is connected over here outside to Wait a minute. To my 12 volts adapter, which is running over here into our what do you call this? I forgot what to call it, but it basically controls the how high of a voltage it can go. So basically, this is 12. I tested it using a multimeter. It passes in here. At first, it was at 9, so I adjusted it to 5 by twisting this. You can twist it, and makes it higher or lower. Then this runs in here and powers the other things over there. That's for the mister. Now this blue thing is just for me updating the code inside the UNO, because I was remember I was testing it a bunch of times. Oh, as you can see there, it just turned on. That's going to turn on for 20 seconds. But while that's happening, let me explain more. I used MOSFET to control the fan and the mister. Basically, a MOSFET can tell if it can go on and off. Basically, the Arduino UNO. Oh wait, as you can see, the fan is off and this is now turned on. Basically, I'm just using a bunch of MOSFET fed into this Arduino UNO to control the flowing of electricity to this and into that. And with that, that's basically the whole explanation. Oh wait, I forgot. I also bought a temperature for humidity and the actual temperature. Currently, it says it's 58, although I don't think that's correct. Mushrooms grow at 80 to 90, but since I bought a cheap humidity checker, I don't think that's accurate at all, because it is growing nicely, as you can see there. Then, well, it's time to harvest it, because I'm hungry. Now, the way to actually harvest this is basically just take them and pull them, and that's how you harvest it. Opened it. Now we just take it. Check. There. Now I harvest it this way. It's pretty big, it's pretty nice. Kind of cracked it when I harvested it. But I think it would be good to mix in my meal. And that's about it. Thank you very much, and goodbye.